Hey guys, Daniel with Better Outfitters. So today we're going to do a real quick, short, sweet video over Lear toppers, or as other people know them, Lear camper shells. Once again, I'm kind of stuck doing my own photography and camera crews, so bear with me. I'll do the best I can to get you some good shots and to explain some of the things, the features, and the points of these things. So I'm going to flip you around here. All right, so what we have is just a 21 model Chevy half-ton Trail Boss Edition. So this particular camper shell or topper from Lear, this model is the 100XR. So what we're looking at on this model, the 100XR is literally the mid-range model. It has some features from a low end and it has some features of the high end. So this particular one, we did, instead of a paint to match finish, we decided to do the textured black finish. So if you look, if I can get the light to work for me, this has got a nice texture to it, almost like a bed liner finish, except it's hard as a rock. Another feature that this one has is that it actually has the framed window system. So the frame window system, it's not as fancy, it's not as clean looking as the frameless, but it is a little bit more rugged and rigid. So also this window right here will slide open, and there is a screen mesh behind it for ventilation if you had puppies back there or anything like that. So coming around the back, what we're looking at here is this is the flush mount system. So this is all glass. Runs all the way to the edge, no frame. The other benefit of this system compared to the framed is you have a single latch. With this latch, when you pop it, it's ran off of a cable system, and off of the cable it runs out to individual latches on the sides. So if this was a framed window, the frame window actually has a latch right here and a latch on the other side, and they're T-handled, individually lockable latches. This one's a little fancier. Another feature that makes this even a little bit nicer is with almost any modern truck nowadays, you have a key fob. You have keyless entry, so you can lock and unlock the truck with a key fob. On this particular unit, we can wire in, when it's ordered, if it's added, we can wire in, and it's called keyless entry for the camper shell as well. So when you lock your truck, it automatically locks this. When you unlock your truck, it automatically unlocks. So that's a feature you can only get with this handle. So we're gonna go inside and take a look in here. Now, I'm probably gonna have to try to use a flashlight because all the windows in this are tinted, so therefore it gives you that extra security of people don't know what's in here, they're not going to mess with it type deal. So right here we have the weather stripping. Lear does an awesome job with their weather stripping to seal these things off and give you a waterproof, as much of a waterproof seal as you can get. So right here you have your latches, adjustable. The interior, this particular model is carpet lined, which gives you a good nice finish on the inside. The only thing that you could do to complement that nice carpet finish is throw a bed rug in here, which is almost matches exactly to that carpet, and it fills in all the painted spot and across the bottom of the bed, and you have a cushioned, dirt-free area because it also covers all the existing holes inside. So, but once we're in here, this little guy right here is your actual module for all your electrical. With that module, it keeps all electrical from having to run all over the place, and it's all tucked up neat and nice right there. There's a cord that runs out and goes down through any hole in the bed, and that's where we continue the wiring under the truck to your module for the lock and unlock features, or of course it does have the third brake light, so we automatically wire that in. but it also goes to a 12-volt supply because there is also a handy dandy dome light. It is a push button design. You can push it, it turns on, push it, it turns off, and it lights the interior of this bed up like crazy. So now we'll move on. Let me hop up here. All right, guys, mounting. Once we install this guy for you, we'll do all the hard part, the wiring, all the electrical's done, everything's on, it's ready to go. You get home and you decide, well, I need to take it off because I need to haul something. Super simple process, guys. Right here is a lock nut and a bolt, and then there is a clamp underneath. I don't know if I can get a shot of it. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So you pop 4 corners, and this is a short bed. On a long bed, you'll have one extra one on each side. But you pop your 4 corners, and then get a couple of young lads that are willing to help you out, and you can pick this little booger up, set it off onto a stand, onto the ground, whatever you choose at that point. But it's easily removed, and most people are going to be like, well, what about the wiring? The wiring could be a nightmare. Actually, it's really not. So your wiring comes up, and there's a plug-in that just plugs right in the bottom. It kind of looks like those. All you do is unclip that plug and tuck that plug down to the side, and it just stays there. And then when you put your topper back on, all you do is pull that plug back up, plug it back in, and you're good to go. So super simple. Lear really has moved to the front of the line when it comes to the camper shell, as older people would understand it, or the new topper. So for the window, you have a slide lock right here. You just pull out on that lock, and the window slides open. Gives you tons of ventilation right there. Super simple. You just push it, and it locks back. All Lears are actually capable of having the sliding glass front window in it. Or there's other options out there where you can do a solid front window if you don't want the slider. You can also do windows that are removable. Now, price varies between different things, but the removable window, you can pop it out, and you can actually get in here to clean in between the shell and the truck cab on your truck's window, but you can also clean it as well. Some people don't really, back windows don't bother them if they're dirty. Some people have to have them clean. So that is definitely an awesome feature. Now going through this, another thing to point out, I'm crawling out right now, be patient with me. Ugh. Like I said before, we actually did this in the textured black. A feature that Lear offers that other companies, they offer it, but it's with a price. Lear offers it for free. You can get any one of their units, the recreational units, you can get any one of them paint to match to your truck's paint code for free. This particular one, we did it in the off-road look. That way it looks a little beefier. It's not going to get scratched up as easy because it doesn't have that smooth clear coat on it. So for instance, if this customer was to go off-road, tree limb goes down the side of it, it's not going to show as bad as it would on that painted one. Plus, for this customer who trades every 6 months, every year, or any customer for that matter, that black texture will go with almost any color you want to throw it on. So it's a super good option if you don't stick with the same color truck. Now, I've got family, I've got friends that they only buy white vehicles or blue vehicles or whatever the case may be. If that's you, buy the paint to match. It looks super clean. So other than that, I mean, on fit up, Lear has actually gone through and they have contoured their camper to match the contours on your bed. And if you come up even further, onto the cab, they have the cutout for Chevys who have the fin. I mean, these guys really have worked their way through trying to do every little minute detail. I've installed tons of these things, guys, and I have yet to run into one that I had an issue with not fitting right. When Lear says they're going to fit, they fit. They even have the fin, the spoiler that sticks off the back that covers your tailgate. So another added layer of protection. You shut the tailgate, you shut the Lear, you lock the Lear. Nobody's going to get into that thing without knocking out a window. And as everybody knows, you can only lock stuff up so good. And if somebody really wants to get to it, they're going to get to it. This is going to deter a lot of people because, as you can see, you can look in there and you can't see much of anything through that window. So there is a huge benefit of that. One other benefit, and I love it, is that if you look up here, that bad boy is flush with that roof. So you get a nice clean look on top. They do offer a mid model and they offer a high roof model. They also offer multiple variations of roof rack systems. So with all that being pointed out and everything that I've showed you, that pretty much runs down a Lear. They kind of speak for themselves. The quality of the fiberglass work is amazing. I have worked on boats, jet skis, campers. I've worked on a lot of stuff, guys, and anything that's fiberglass, after a few years, you don't want to touch it because you get that junk in your hands, you itch. These guys, I have yet to run across one that had fiberglass shavings or anything like that. I've messed with these things day in and day out and never had a problem with any of the fiberglass getting into my skin. So with that being said, I'm going to flip you around here. All right, guys. So that's pretty much the sum up of a Lear camper shell. I personally love them. There's tons of options out there. I mean, we can go through options for 4 or 5 hours, I feel like, and discuss each option, but we're going to leave that up to you. You can look on their website, or you can go to btr.com and check out our website. We're going to post some stuff on it. Or you can just give me a shout here at BTR. But other than that, we'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like these videos for me. And everybody have a great day.